Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee. Today, Nissan Stadium as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions offense will have the ball first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback may change this route. Third down play from the gun. Quick completion on the out. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The short hands, it's Robinson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's open on the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man on the left.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Working their way closer and closer. conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Got it behind the line. It's down. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Penn State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Tennessee's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys. that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
And we are linebacker unit. We find linebackers year after year that get after the quarterback that are so athletic, just straight playmakers.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week long.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown ball! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Looking for a deep man. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
I love the intent.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Vols can really attack on this second and short. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Vols will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Hayes. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it go. On target to the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. A fun postseason battle here. Deadlock at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Fires into the end zone, and he will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Here's the pressure. Finds a man on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Fires to the big fella. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop him. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the move. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up.
There he goes! Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Punt is on its way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Knight. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds his man, it's Shelton. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Makes the grab, it's Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down.
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Got a man. It's Shelton. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And the Vols started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He wants to take the top off. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And the returner will be knocked down. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Rushes on him. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing in this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First down here for the offense. To the ground. He's got it again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll move the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. At midfield, he's got room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Quick step and go. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteer!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your friends.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Gonna run it. It's down. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for them.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Knight. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Makes the tackle really strong. Disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hayes. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48 28-yard line.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Under fire. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. So here is the Tennessee offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Nittany Lions are on the move. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A first down run in the red zone. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that.
Ball's in the deep ball. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. He's looking to pass. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play, fumble the ball, put on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out,
There he goes! And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Not much feels better to an offense than to get some breathing room with an explosive play like that. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find enough.